something I've struggled with on my path of awakening, of opening up and realizing and connecting deeper to myself is the aspect of the embodiment of the awakening. The ascension gives the perception that we are rising, that we are growing, that we are expanding and going upwards, that we are finding spirit out there somewhere, up there somewhere. And that illusion is also ingrained in our society because of the way that we have perceived God as being outside of us. God is the Father in the sky. And we have to reach up to please him, which is all a little bit absurd because that God thing is inside of us. But really about embodiment, it's like the perception is I've got to keep increasing my vibration, growing my vibration, expanding my awareness and getting somewhere else that isn't here. Again, that's an illusion. It's nothing I have to do. You're perfect as you are. Yet we do want to grow. We all want to expand and grow, and there's a natural order and flow to that, which is beautiful. And that's okay. And we can let that be. We don't have to try so hard. But again, back to embodiment, it's like, for me, I was always seeking all this kind of energy stuff. Wow, I can see energy, I can move energy, I can transmute and transmit energy, and it's all like very exciting and very new paradigm compared with the world that I grew up in. But then I actually got to the point where I realized I had to actually deal with this body as well. It's really exciting and wonderful and great, chasing the energetic seeings of life, but also I'm still here in this body in this single lifetime, and I have had many lifetimes before, and I will have many lifetimes in the future, but I'm living this lifetime now, so I will take care of this body. I must take care of this body. This is my only body for this incarnation, and so that means caring for the physical part of us as well. And I forgot that, and many times on my path I was forgetting about my place in the matter, because I was trying to transcend the matter. But actually, as Ramdas says, you have to become somebody here before you become nobody. You've got to actually be a character in this life before you can dissolve into everything. So you are an individual being here, even though you are also everything, part of everybody else, and the same thing, looking into everybody else's eyes. Yes, all that's true. But you're also you. So play with and enjoy you. And don't see ego as a bad thing. Play with the ego, enjoy the ego, enjoy your unique nature, and be flamboyant with it. Be a character of the fullness of you, because only you can be you. Nobody else can be you. So be the fullest version of you, and that means being here, expressing you. And that to me excites me. I can feel my little boy inside me just getting excited right now. So again, coming into matter, coming into our physicality, coming into the body, and if you know Matthias de Stefano, incredible man who remembers his past lives in Atlantis and beyond, and even Egypt, and one of the terms that he has come back with that he remembers is this word, this plan called attuned, bringing heaven to earth, bringing the light into matter. This time in history that we're living through now, the transition between two different ages, and this attuned, bringing heaven to earth, is about bringing what we thought was up there, chasing what's up there, and actually being it here. Living the mundane things as if doing the washing is your connection to God. Doing the simple things. That's what the spiritual teachers teach in India. No, they talk about, just be a man in the world. Me as a man, be a man in the world. Do the worldly things, and can you stay balanced and grounded and centered and connected to spirit when you are part of the world, in the world, as the world is right now. And yes, we can envision what we would want the world to be in the future, of course. We totally can, and we can still picture a better world, but live here. Live here, be here, and then create here in ease and in peace with the reality that exists now, whilst just trying to make it a little bit better with whatever creations want to come through you, whatever transmissions want to be created through your unique lens upon the world. You know? So what is your unique lens upon the world? What is your unique view? We all have our unique view. You don't have a unique view, like some people might say, or a friend said to me the other day, she said, I don't really have much to share, I don't have much to give. And I'm looking at this incredible woman who's been deep diving into these spiritual teachings for as long as I've known her, and she is transmitting, healing and growing, teaching already, right, yoga. And she says that she doesn't feel as if she has much or anything. She wouldn't know what to say or share. And sometimes it's just a perspective change. It's just believing in yourself, noticing that, wow, actually, what I do have is me. What I do have is me. What I do have is me. And you are you, and you are as unique can be. That itself is the blessing. You don't have to get anything else from your mind and then like ruffle it up with a few feathers to go, oh, magic. This is what I'm going to teach. You don't need to do that. You just be you. So this is the transmission that seems to be coming through me today, is the being you, just being the simplicity of life and acting from there and allowing that simplicity of life to come through you as you. And the words I'm saying are the same words again and again, but again, it's not necessarily the words that I'm transmitting to you. It's the energy I'm transmitting to you, right? That is potentially valuable here. But even then, I am questioning whether I am being valuable to people who might watch this video in the future. And even then, that's not then coming from a pure place. If I'm trying to make sure I get something across, value. I don't even need to do that. All I need to do is just be an expression. Be an expression upon reality. If we all just be our unique expression upon reality, then the world, oh my Lord, will be a more beautiful place. Instead of taking on other people's expressions and copying other people's dogma and doing other things for other people and trying to get somewhere, just be here, live here as you now. And we are all learning from each other. We're all like beacons of light. We're all beacons that we're all kind of like tuning forks, tuning into each other all the time. And we all kind of know deep down which is the right direction, right? And when I say right direction, I mean the harmonizing direction closer to heart. We all know when we've said something that doesn't feel of heart, but we were a bit rude. And sometimes we are aware of it, sometimes we're not. But over time, we get more and more aware of those things. That's the nature of life. We see and expand and learn and grow closer towards unity. That is ingrained in lifetime, inner life, right? There is a natural way. There is the Tao. There is a path. There is a cycle of a lifetime. And there's been many models created over millennia to exemplify what that is. But deep down, there is a learning that we can just trust, really trust. Our heart knows where to go. And if we keep ignoring our heart again and again, the universe finds a way. Your reality will find a way to ensure that you start listening. And you start listening. Because if you don't, right? If you don't, there is a force within the fabric of creation that will ensure you do. I'll give you a slightly different example, but an example nevertheless of the coordination of reality itself. I just had a vocal healing session this morning with a dear brother of mine, and he was sitting behind me kind of massaging and opening and my voice and my jaw as I was like sighing out and singing and making sounds to try and help me shape back into a balance here. And memories were coming up, and he was asking me questions, and I was like, 4 years old, felt like I couldn't express myself or had to hide my power because I didn't want to overstep or hurt my sister, and then or get told off my parents, so I had to hold myself back, and I wasn't allowing myself to then like fully express. And so as I didn't allow myself then to fully express, then I had to hold that power inside myself, and it's been like a weight on me all my life. And this was like permission. This session was like permission for me to open up that 4-year-old self in all of his expression. Now, in the moment where I started seeing that and doing that, I was doing this session at my brother's house, and he very rarely has guests, but his friend and his son had come over to his house during our session, and the 4-year-old boy literally ran into his house in full expression with a sword, playing with expression and life. As I was going through this memory of myself at 4 years old, holding myself back, it was like I could see and visualize myself finding myself again. Now, some people will put that kind of orchestration, it's just a coincidence. I've seen enough of these coincidences in my life now to know that that ain't no coincidence. Life happens like that to show us and support us and help us come back to ourselves, to integrate the wholeness of who we are, what we are. The outer world reflects our inner world reflects our outer world. And there is a force trying to, again and again, bring us back into unity, bring us back into that balance. I didn't believe that before, but as I've continued to allow myself to open up more and more and more and more and more and more, and feel more connected, and open my heart and open my emotions, and see beyond just the thinking mind, it becomes so clear that you cannot not believe, you cannot not see it. But also I understand what it's like to not believe and to not see. Because I used to be there for so many years of my life. To not see that there is a guiding force. To not see that there is something. And that guiding force, that God thing, doesn't have to be part of any religion. I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about beyond that. Beyond all of those dogmas of our current society, or the societies around the world. Beyond that, so beyond that, the unity of it all. And how it plays out through each of our own mini universes that somehow beautifully work together in this harmonizing species. That's gobbling up Mother Earth. That's another story. So, life of spirit, ascension, but coming down into practical, everyday nature of embodiment, allowing the light to come in and experiencing the simplicity of life. But also growing and healing, it's okay, but don't get addicted to it. Don't get obsessed with needing to grow, needing to. Let that go. Let that go, that's not needed. Yes, do your practice, but don't get obsessed by your practice. Right? Yes, do your yoga, but don't become a yogi on social media. Whatever you want to call it. And again, at the same time, if you want to do that, because if you're passionate about it, do it. I'm not against or for anything other than just speaking what's alive in me in this moment, which might be different to the next moment. Because when we let go of all of our holdings in our mind as much as we can, then we can just start allowing ourselves to transmit what is here, the Shakti of life that wants to move through us. And that Shakti of life has a force and an intelligence beyond anything that you and I can understand from the perspective of mind. So, there's a few thoughts on this Monday afternoon in Bali for you, my dear friends, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, grandparents. Thank you for dropping in, saying hi. I hope this has landed really well, and I wish you a blessed day. And if you have any questions or want me to talk about something or would like me to expand on something, please drop some comments. Again, this is a new channel. I'm still exploring what it is I am sharing and want to share. And if you feel inclined to encourage me to focus on certain things or want me to talk about stuff, have questions, let me know. Please let me know. And if you want to hit subscribe and you've enjoyed this ramble of love, then please do that too. Okay. Blessings from Bali.